The reason for this video is very simple. Pegasus. Now we all are aware of Pegasus. Pegasus was something that was discovered recently, and it's a spyware app that gets installed automatically by the government. Now this does not affect everyone, but this does raise concerns about a lot of things. Now the thing that I'm going to be talking about is your digital security. Now digital security is something that we have been taking lightly for a long time, right? And before this news broke out, spyware still existed. And before the Pegasus project even existed, spywares existed. For example, the famous keylogger. Now, for those of you who do not know what a keylogger is, it earlier used to be a hardware interceptor that was attached between your keyboard and the PS2 port on the old PCs. Now, what this keylogger did was it would log each and every keystroke typed on the keyboard, and once all of it was recorded, the person who had put it there would remove the keylogger and get all the data they want. Now, at that point of time, this was generally used by intelligence operatives to find what documents were being created. But slowly, the usage started changing once the keylogger was converted into a digital file. Now, you did not need to embed this hardware anywhere. All you needed to do was send a phishing mail, and once that link was opened, the application was downloaded on the PC and all data strokes were sent to a central server. Now we've come a long way and the spywares have become a lot more sophisticated, right? So how do you save yourself? Firstly, the easiest way to put spyware in someone's phone is to send them malicious emails. Now, those of you who do not know what malicious emails are, these emails usually are phishing attacks where they are diverting you to a middleman attack. Now, what is a middleman attack? A middleman attack basically refers to standing in the middle or being in the middle of a user and the actual website. Now, how this is done is basically the home page for the said website is copied, right? And this can be done very easily. Once it is copied, the server end code is changed. So basically, let's say you visit Amazon.com from a phishing mail. Everything would look same, except maybe the URL would actually be different because Amazon can only have one URL, right? So once again, that is your call for caution. If you see the website that you usually visit having a different URL from what you're used to, make sure you do this second thing and check for a HTTPS certificate. This is the SSL certificate. Now, if it also has an SSL certificate, try to find any news regarding the URL change. Most of the established websites would not change their URLs that easily because it takes a lot of years for people getting used to the URLs. So let's say you get an email saying you've won a free gift voucher of rupees 10,000, right? Click below to claim on Amazon. Now, a lot of people, maybe not you and me, but a lot of people who are new to all this, click on these links. Now, these links would take them to a page with the URL www.amazon1.com. Now, the amazon1.com is not a real website. It is a middleman attack. So here now the website will ask you to log in. And once you enter your login details, they will be stored on the server of the hacker. Now the hacker will use these details to log into the actual Amazon account and make purchases. Similarly, in the case of spywares, what would happen is you would be redirected to a link. Now the link will tell you that, okay, we have an offer, but you need to download this application and use it for 7 days. Now the application may not be problematic, right? It would be a normal application that you see every day. So you would be like, okay, like let's download the application. It's cool. But what happens after the application is something that is different. So in Android, for example, when you install an application, it creates certain files. Now these files are media files and OBB files. Now OBB files are basically the data files of the said application. Now, once the spyware is on your storage, it can hack and install other things or just keep on spying on you and use the same application, piggyback it to send your data to servers. Now, it isn't as easy as I'm making it sound. It takes a lot of work, it is difficult, and there are a lot of counter security measures placed by mobile companies to ensure this does not happen. But as I always say, everything is hackable, right? So, in case you are still scared that maybe the Pegasus spyware is on your phone, I will give you a link in my bio that you can use to actually go to Amnesty International's tool and download it for yourself and use it to find if you do have the Pegasus virus or Pegasus spyware on your device. Now, how can you ensure that this never happens to you? Firstly, I told you about the phishing mails. Don't fall for them. It is one of the easiest ways. Secondly, if you get sent a random application file from anyone, please don't accept it, right? Application files over the emails or Google Drives are usually a big cause for concern because they're not verified, they're not checked. And also, a lot of applications have copies. Similar to emails, you also have copies of apps. So, for example, a lot of government apps have copies. So in India, M-Aadhaar has a copy app and it's on Play Store. I kid you not, it's on Play Store, right? And now these copy apps actually do not provide you with anything but just steal your details or install spywares, right? Also, the main important thing is make sure you know what terms and conditions you agree to. Most of the times, the rights to steal your data are in these terms and conditions. So make sure you read the actual terms of conditions because they're made in such a way that you do not read and agree, and it gives a lot of power to these companies. For example, there was this app that showed you how you would look when you were old. Now this app got rights to use the photos of the people for advertising. Now isn't that a little problematic, right? So spywares is something that has existed for a long time. It's not a new concept, but you can defend yourself. Maybe something like Pegasus can't be detected once installed, but you can ensure that it does not get installed by following certain protocols. That is, firstly, don't fall for phishing mails. Secondly, don't visit shady websites that ask you to install stuff. Three, don't believe in random amazing offers like you've won 10,000 rupees of gift card. Click here to download the app. Please don't do that. And make sure you're downloading original apps and not copy of actual apps. That is very, very important. If you follow these three things, your digital life would be